The movie begins by introducing a tribe living in snow-covered mountains. They hunted wild mammoths, but the mammoths rarely came to the mountains, and sometimes not at all. This often left the tribe starving and upset. There was a senior lady in the tribe, whom everyone called Mother. She had the ability to communicate with souls. The tribe finds a girl named Evolet. A boy from the same tribe, named Strait, starts to like her. Strait's father had a white rod, and he was always the first to make a kill during a hunt. Strait's father decides to go on a journey. At night, he tells his friend, "I have to go, but promise me you won't tell anyone, or reveal the reason why I've left." He then gives his white rod to his friend and leaves. After Strait's father leaves, other children in the tribe start teasing Strait, saying his father ran away out of fear. But the reality was different. Only his father's friend knew the truth about his departure. Evolet and Strait feel very lonely and need support, so they become friends. As time passes, they start to like each other, and several years go by. Evolet and Strait are now grown up. One day, a large number of mammoths appear in the tribe's area again. A decision is made. Whoever hunts a mammoth first will get to marry Evolet, be given the white rod, and become the new leader of the tribe. Evolet suggests to Strait that they run away and get married, but Strait says, "No, I won't run away like my father did. I'll hunt the mammoth and marry you." All the tribe members begin hunting the mammoths. They manage to trap a very large mammoth in a net, but it breaks free. The net gets entangled in the mammoth's body, and the tribe's people grab hold of it. The mammoth's speed increases, forcing everyone to let go except Strait. He is dragged by the mammoth up a mountain. The mammoth attacks Strait, but Strait strikes it with his spear. It has no effect, and the mammoth attacks again. This time, Strait strikes it with his rod, and the mammoth dies. At that moment, the rest of the tribe arrives and is amazed that Strait killed such a massive mammoth. Everyone is very happy, and Strait is given the white rod. As per the agreement, Evolet is promised to him, and everyone decides that they should be married. However, Strait is troubled by a secret. Everyone thinks he never let go of the net, but the truth is he did. His hand just got stuck. Feeling he doesn't deserve the honor, he returns the white rod. He tells Evolet that he didn't kill the mammoth, it just got stuck on his rod. Since he has given up the white rod, he has also given up Evolet, as she was promised only to the one who killed the mammoth. Hearing this, Evolet gets angry, and they separate, even though they both love each other deeply. They are bound by the customs and traditions of their tribe. That night, some people on horseback attack their tribe. They take the men and women captive, and among the prisoners is Evolet. Strait and a few of his companions manage to escape. Strait vows to rescue his people and bring them back. His companion warns him that no one ever returns from the dangerous mountains, but Strait points out that the attackers came from there. He decides to follow them. Strait and his companions track the footprints of the horses and the attackers. The journey ahead is fraught with danger, and rescuing their people seems almost impossible. But Strait and his group are prepared to face any challenge to bring their people back safely. They travel day and night and eventually reach the other side of the mountains, where the plains begin. They continue on into a dense forest, where they see their tribe members and Evolet being led away as prisoners. During the night, Strait manages to free Evolet and some of his people, but the captors quickly recapture them. In the ensuing struggle, one of Strait's companions is injured, and the captors continue their journey with the prisoners. Strait pulls his injured companion along. After some time, they get hungry, and Strait goes to hunt. He falls into a large ditch filled with many animals, including a very large and dangerous saber-toothed cat. It starts raining, and the ditch begins to fill with water. The cat starts to drown, and Strait decides to free it. He tells the cat, "I will free you, but you must promise not to eat me." Strait frees the cat, and true to its word, the cat leaves without harming him. Delay climbs out of the ditch and returns to his injured friend. His friend tells him that he heard people screaming in the night. They both head in the direction of the screams and discover that a village was attacked the night before. When they arrive, the villagers surround them and are about to kill them, when the saber-toothed cat Delay saved appears. The villagers are terrified of the cat. The cat approaches Delay, who says, "I saved you. Try to remember me." The cat recognizes him and leaves without harming anyone. The villagers are astonished and take Delay and his friend in, treating them with great hospitality and giving them food. Delay asks them how they know his language. They explain that a long time ago, a man came to their village looking for a safe place, and they learned the language from him. It turns out that this man was Delay's father. Delay asks them where his father is now. The villagers say that the demon souls have taken him and some of their people to a place from which no one has ever returned. They say, "Now you are the one who will take us there." Delay asks, "Why me?" Their leader explains that according to their prophecy, a man will come who will talk to a tiger and save their people. The villagers spread the word to all the nearby tribes that the man who can talk to tigers has arrived. Delay's companion then tells him the truth. "I need to tell you something. Your father didn't run away out of fear. He went to find a new place for the tribes so that no one would have to starve." Delay asks why he didn't tell him before. His friend says that Delay's father made him promise not to tell anyone, because if the tribe found out, they would have all left the village. Now, Delay and the new tribe set out towards the mountains. They reach a river and cross it in boats. Delay and his original companions can't cross because they have no boats, so they decide to continue their journey on foot. This is a difficult decision because they must cross a vast desert that no one has ever managed to cross before. Delay refuses to give up and says, "We will cross this desert no matter what and free our people." They set off at dawn. After a few days of traveling, they cross the desert and see massive pyramids being built. They realize that people are being enslaved to build them. The number of captors and slaves is immense. The captors refer to their leader as a god, who claims to have flown down from the sky. This god never shows his face and always stays behind a curtain, simply giving orders to make the slaves work faster. Delay and the tribal leaders sneak into the slaves' tent. They are approached by a blind man who tells them that only one of the three gods is still alive. Delay asks how he can be killed. The blind man explains that the god is afraid of a person who has a special mark on their body, a mark resembling visible patterns in space. According to the prophecy, this person will save all the tribes and slaves. Delay is asked if he has such a mark, but he doesn't answer. He also learns here that his father is dead, killed by the same people who enslaved his tribe. Delay and his companions return to their people, but they have been spotted. A fight breaks out, and Delay's companion is killed. Before he dies, he gives Delay his father's white rod. Delay is now determined to take revenge and save everyone. Some people notice that Evolet has a scar on her hand, a mark that looks exactly like the one in the prophecy. The villagers are terrified by this mark. They take Evolet to their god because the prophecy says that whoever has the mark will be saved and freed. The villagers also inform their god that a hunter is following the girl. In the morning, Delay and his companions blend in with the slaves. Delay's people declare war. Suddenly, the enslaved mammoths start running wild, causing chaos. The god orders that Evolet be taken outside, and if she doesn't obey, she is to be killed. As she is brought out, Delay and his people stop. The god then comes out and everyone hides. One of the god's men announces, "Anyone who knows this girl can come forward and take her. We promise not to stop you this time." Delay says that he can take Evolet, but asks what will happen to their other companions. The god replies that they are now his people and his slaves. Delay refuses to accept this and throws the white rod, which pierces the god's body. Evolet then tells everyone, "Look, he was just a human like us. He could also feel pain, and now he's dead." A war breaks out between the two tribes, and Evolet's people win. However, the man who originally captured Evolet's tribe shoots an arrow at Evolet, and she dies. In retaliation, Evolet kills the man who shot her. Evolet came to save his people and the other slaves, but he lost many of his own in the battle. Ma, who has been watching them from a distance, sends them her power. She sacrifices her own life to bring Evolet back to life. Evolet awakens. Before they leave, the villagers who gave Evolet and his friends food and shelter give him some seeds. They tell him that his father wanted him to take these seeds and plant them in his tribe's land. Evolet does exactly that, planting the seeds, and plants begin to grow. From this day forward, they will never have to starve or wander again. The story ends here.